Good morning. Welcome back to another episode of the Baking Bakers. The Easter season is upon us, and so we've got a special recipe today. Mom, what are we making?
We're making matzah.
And what is matzah?
Matzah is basically an unleavened bread.
And why do we have matzah for the Easter season or for Holy Week?
So, Thursday of Holy Week is called Maundy Thursday. Maundy loosely translates into command. It's the day that Jesus was celebrating the Passover from the Exodus story, which we'll talk about later. And he was celebrating that with his disciples. And that is also when he instituted the words of Holy Communion. And he gave us a new commandment to love and serve each other. And so Jews and Christians celebrate this sometimes by making unleavened bread. So that's what we're going to do today.
Okay. Well, let's go ahead and get started with that, and we'll talk some more about the why and the stories behind this as we're going.
All right, we're going to start with 1.5 cups of all-purpose flour, and I like to put it in a large bowl because I'm messy, and that way I'm not splashing it out of the bowl onto the counter. I'm going to add to that 1/4 teaspoon of salt. I'm going to give that a quick stir. And then I'm going to add 1 stick of butter, or 1/2 cup, that I have set out for a bit and cut it into chunks. And I'm going to incorporate that with a pastry blender. This is my pastry blender, and we're just going to cut that butter into the flour mixture. Sort of like you would make a pie dough. We want it to be about the size of peas. So we're just going to keep pressing that butter into the flour.
All right, Mom, while we're mixing this, why don't you tell us a little bit more about the origins of Passover?
Yeah, so Christians and Jews both celebrate Passover, which is a story of the book of Exodus about the children of Israel being enslaved by the Egyptians. And God appointed Moses to be his spokesperson to free the children of Israel from slavery. So Moses, with God's help, sent several plagues. I believe there were 10 plagues in all to Israel. Everything from turning their water into blood to pestilence of insects, frogs, all sorts of things. But Pharaoh would not let the people go. So finally, God said, all right, he's going to send the angel of death to kill all the firstborn sons in Egypt, including the Pharaoh's son. But the Israelites, in order to be spared, were to slaughter a lamb and put the blood on their doorpost so the angel would pass over them. Thus the term Passover. So the Israelites did this, and the angel of death came and killed all the firstborn males. But the children of Israel were saved, and the Pharaoh finally let them go. But they had to go in a hurry, and they didn't have time to wait for their bread to rise. So they made unleavened bread and to take with them on their journey, and the people have celebrated that throughout the ages and still celebrate it today. So fast forward to the New Testament, that's what Jesus was celebrating with his disciples when on Maundy Thursday, when they ate unleavened bread, and we also eat it. So that's the story. And you can read more about it in Exodus in the Old Testament, in Matthew, Mark, and Luke in the New Testament.
Okay, you've got our butter cut into this flour here. What's the next step in our bread making process?
Okay, in this bowl I have 1 egg, and I'm just going to beat that just slightly, not a lot, just a little bit. I'm going to add that to our mixture, along with 1/3 cup of warm water. Need to get a spoon. We're going to mix that together till it comes together in a dough. It's mostly incorporated. It's pulling away from the edges of the bowl. Just the way we want to see it. So what I'm going to do now is just form it into a ball. Leave it in this bowl. Cover it with a warm towel, or with a towel, and place it in a warm place for just a half an hour. And then we'll come back and we'll form it into our bread.
Wait, there's only 4 ingredients in that.
Yes, we leave the leavening out on purpose.
So it's very simple. I mean, this is obviously something that could have been made 2,000 years ago. It is flour, salt, very little of that even, an egg, and water.
Yeah.
So very, very simple recipe.
Very simple. All right, I'll see you in a bit. Our dough has been resting. I put it in my oven because it's a draft-free place.
Okay, I have a question.
Yeah.
This is unleavened bread. It has no yeast. It did not rise. Why did we let it rest in a warm place?
That is a good question. And the answer to that is, I don't know. This is a recipe that I got from the church that I grew up in. They had been making it for many, many years. And I have also been making it for over 40 years. I really don't know the answer to that. Unless it just makes it more moldable and pliable to mold into the shape. Now, if you look on the internet, you will see lots of recipes for matzah. Many of them are more cracker consistency. They may be more authentic. I don't know. This is just the way I've always been taught to do it and the way I've always done it.
Okay. So what's next?
All right. We're going to take our little lump of dough and we're going to divide it into 3 equal sections. 1, 2, 3. We're going to divide each of those in half and make a little 4-inch disc. So you can take one, divide it in half. Go ahead. Roll it into a little bit of a ball and then flatten it.
It's rather sticky.
It is a little sticky. Probably could use just a little bit more flour, but it's going to be okay. After they're in their little discs, we're going to prick them with a fork so that it doesn't bubble up with air bubbles. We're preheating our oven to 375.
Okay.
All right, you can just start pricking those with a fork, several places. We're going to put them in our oven at 375 degrees for about, let's see, 30 minutes. I always like to set my timer just 5 minutes ahead of that because, once again, you can always cook it longer, but you can't take time away from it.
I think we're going to change the name of our channel to that. You can always cook it longer, but you can't cook it less.
Okay. All right, I have lined my cookie sheet with parchment paper. I do that almost all the time, and it's really just for easy cleanup. So here they are, going in the oven at 375. Oh, the oven's not quite there yet. I need just a minute. Our timer's going off. Turn that off. Check these guys out. Perfect. Set them up here. So they're going to be a little bit crunchy on the outside and should be pretty soft on the inside. They're a little hot yet. I'm going to see if I can break one apart for you. Use a paper towel here. Pick it up. Looks delicious. Now traditionally, these are eaten with bitter herbs like horseradish or radishes to signify the suffering of the Israelites. But if you want to make them for your family, you can put any kind of sandwich meat, ham salad, chicken salad. You can put cream cheese on them. You can put peanut butter on them. You can do just about anything with them. So from our family to yours, I hope that you can make this a tradition in either your home or in your church community. They're super easy to make, and we'd like to see you try to incorporate it into your family.
Thanks for watching this one, everybody, and we'll be back next week with some more Easter special stuff. Next week is, of course, Holy Week and right before Easter, so we'll have some kind of sweets or snacky type things for you guys to maybe make for your Easter celebrations and your family. So,
all right.
Thanks for watching. Make sure you subscribe to the channel. Give the video a thumbs up if you would for us, and we appreciate you following along.
Thanks. Bye-bye.